Oh, greetings Earthlings. It is 13th of July, Thursday 13th of July. I'm in Whitchurch, Cardiff. I meant to bring you this video from the great outdoors, but everywhere I went, I was walking around the parks, it was blowing too much gusting, so I was going to make a noise on the mic. So anyway, in the cafe, had a cup of coffee and I was going to film in there, but they were playing licensed music. So here I am, sat in the car. It's been a while since I've talked to you, but I've got loads of news. The dust has finally settled on my injury and what plans I can make for hiking and videos I can make. Basically, when I got back from the PCT, I had nerve damage in my right foot, and that's taken 8 months. 8 months to heal. It's been really frustrating. I finally, in the last few weeks, I've been out running. 4 weeks running now. Really slow, doing couch to 5k, but doing alright. I'm up to about 10k now actually. There's still like a kind of weakness in there, and I think I'll have that forever now, but I don't feel like I'm injured anymore. So I've been able to plan now. Now I know I've got time to train, and I can go out hiking again and I can make videos again. So the plans so far are coast to coast. That'll be the end of this year, probably end of August, start September. The coast to coast is a trail in the UK that goes from the west coast to the east coast of England. It's not an official national trail, but it is a traditional trail, and is often referred to as Wainwright's Coast to Coast. There's a guy called, I can't remember his first name now, Wainwright, who made it popular. It goes across the Lake District, starts at St Bees by the sea, ends up at Robin Hood's Bay in Yorkshire, yeah. So Jeremy, who you saw in some of my videos in the Sierra, me and him did half of it as training for the PCT. We got as far as Kirkby Stephen, yeah. So we've got to go from there east to the east coast to finish that. So we're going to do that. I think that's going to take us a week. It's about 120, 130 miles. We're just going to do low mileage, have a good time, stop in some pubs and some cafes, and yeah, I thought that'll be a good trip. We're both looking forward to that. We're going to do low miles anyway, just because I won't be fit enough really. I won't be properly fit by then, you know. So 12 to 15 miles a day, taking loads of video and that sort of thing. So it'd be good to get that done. So the biggest plans, this is all building up to next year. Obviously I've got loads of plans for videos, for hiking to castles and hiking to sort of mystical places in the Celtic tradition in Wales. So I'll be doing that after the coast to coast and a little bit before, making videos and all that, leading up to going back to the PCT next year, so PCT 2024, and that is to fill in the gaps that I've got. Those gaps are, I've got them written down here. So basically they were fire closures that I had to get around. The first one is Diamond Lake Highway 138 to Shelter Cove, which is 59 miles. That is, I think that's North Cal, is it? Or is it Oregon? That was, if you remember, if you watched the PCT videos, there was a fire overnight where I was camped with the guys I was hiking with, PD, Scales, Silent, Patches, Golden, and we got a phone call at 2 in the morning from the police. This is a long story, saying turn around, go back to the highway. So we had to turn around within probably about 5 to 10 miles of that fire, and we had to walk 14 miles back to the highway, where we got picked up by locals and trail angels. So that'll be the start. So what I'll do is I'll fly into Seattle, get some kind of transport, hire a car, bus down to Diamond Lake Highway area. So head north, hike that section. Then the next section then I have is Santiam Pass at mile 2000 to Frog Lake at 2087. So that's 87 miles. That was the fire closure called Lion's Head Fire Closure. It's been closed for years, but is now open again, so I can get those done. Frog Lake is the end of that, so south to north again. I don't know if you remember, but you remember Jessica dropped me off at Frog Lake car park, and I hiked north from there to Timberline Lodge and onwards. And finally, the last 30 miles of the trail, Hearts Pass to the Canadian border. Hearts Pass was where we finally finished. The last 30 miles to the border was shut due to fire, so we finished at Hearts Pass. Also, the Canadian border is now open, so I can go from Hearts Pass to the monument at the border, and then into Canada and fly out of Vancouver. So I think that'll maybe take me 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm hoping to do that next August, so August 2024. Over the last 8 months I've upgraded all my gear. Everything's sort of new and shiny and unused, and I've got the best setup I could ever want now. Little doubts over my tent. I've got Durston one person. I might go back to the Lunar Solo because I really like my Lunar Solo. So I mean, that's the plans really. So I feel like that's a really good year now of saving, planning, booking, training. So the whole aim now, between now and August next year, is just to get in great shape again, lose some weight. I'll put on some weight because I've been inactive for 8 months. I mean, properly inactive. All I've done is pull-ups because I just couldn't put weight through my foot. Get back to fitness, get back to good health, get mountain ready, get running ready, go out there and just have a great time on the trail. It'll be really nice to be back on the trail. I mean, I don't want to do the PCT again, the whole thing, but I would love to relive it. I think about it every day, all day, every day. I would just love to relive the whole thing. It was great. So it's going to be great to be back on the trail for about, how much is that? About 200 miles, is it? 200 to 300 miles. I remember like a couple of the sections, meeting people, 2 or 3 hikers who were filling in gaps from the year before that, and it was interesting to meet them and talk to them. Tunes, I remember Tunes, you're probably not watching this, but it was nice to meet you. I don't feel obliged. Don't feel obliged to fill those gaps in, but I think it'd just be a great trip, great excuse to go hiking on the PCT again. Really great 3-week holiday. Maybe catch up with a few people as well, and yeah, so fly into Seattle, fly out of Vancouver, fill in the gaps, get to the monument. Of course, there's the other thing, side quest that I've failed twice now, and that's getting that Matterhorn, which is in the Sierra, so that could be included on the trip as well. But be running into time issues then, I guess. So anyway, that's the plans. I got loads of good plans for videos coming up. Really miss making hiking videos. I miss hiking, but I think I'm pretty much back now, so keep an eye out for some videos to come. Some adventures. If you like castles, if you like mystical druid places, we'll be capturing some of that, using those as targets to hike to, etc. Alright, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'll take you with me if you want to come. Alright.